The final phase of jury selection in Sean Diddy Combs' federal criminal trial is getting underway. 12 jurors and 6 alternates. They are expected to be seated this morning, and then opening statements begin. We could see also the prosecution's key witness, Combs' former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, testify today.
Picture this. You're summoned for jury duty, bracing for dull questions about speeding tickets, and the judge suddenly asks, "Have you ever watched the hallway video where Sean Diddy Combs drags Cassie Ventura? Do you know what a freak-off is?" That single moment explains why the room inside Manhattan's federal courthouse feels less like civic duty and more like the first scene of a psychological thriller.
Welcome to Eyewitness News' special coverage of the Sean Diddy Combs trafficking and racketeering trial. Testimony wrapped up around 5 o'clock today. We heard from 2 witnesses, and we also saw that much-anticipated introduction of that horrific assault video from 2016.
Prosecutors claim Combs spent 20 years running a hidden empire of drugs, intimidation, and covert bedroom recordings. 5 felony counts hang over him: racketeering, 2 charges of trafficking by force, 2 counts of transporting women for prostitution. A guilty verdict could mean life in prison and the liquidation of bad boy royalties, Kirok profits, and real estate trophies scattered from Beverly Hills to Nassau. Even an acquittal might not salvage the brand already scorched by scandal.
Good morning, Whit. No juror has been seated here so far, and jury selection has made Sean Combs a little bit nervous.
On day 1 of jury selection, nearly 200 New Yorkers file through metal detectors and straight into a 100-question blitz. How do you consume news? What are your views on non-monogamy? Have you experienced sexual assault? Do you follow hip-hop culture? 49 people are dismissed before lunch, some for hardships, others for admitting they can't be fair to a celebrity accused of trafficking. By day 3, only 35 prospects remain: a hospice nurse who reads spiritual blogs, a forklift operator who still pumps Biggie in his earbuds, a 70-year-old machinist who refuses to own a smartphone, a UX designer whose playlist is true crime podcasts, and a handful of grandmothers who insist they don't shock easy. Any one of them could decide whether Sean Combs spends the rest of his life behind bars. Tension spikes when Judge Aaron Subramanian quietly invites trial strategist Ben Chew, Johnny Depp's secret weapon, to brief both sides on celebrity jury psychology.
Mr. Depp built a reputation as one of the most talented actors in Hollywood, a respected artist whose name was associated with success at the box office.
Chew's warning lands like a live wire. Assume at least one juror studies you every second. Reporters see Combs stiffen, lawyers exchanging frantic whispers. In a case where video evidence can sear into memory, Chew reminds everyone that a single eye roll or exasperated sigh can seed subconscious dislike that blooms into a guilty vote months later.
Diddy has a very good jury consultant, probably more than one, who is profiling the type of juror who would be most sympathetic to him.
The honesty pouring out of potential jurors is raw and often heartbreaking. One woman tells the judge she was assaulted at 17. She admits she'll instinctively believe any witness who hesitates to call police. The judge thanks her and excuses her. A man confesses he's replayed the Cassie hallway clip 10 times and now feels nothing but rage toward Combs. He's dismissed. A prospect blurts she works for the network that just aired a Diddy documentary. Strike. Another admits Googling P. Diddy trial gossip last night. Judges do not tolerate outside research, so he's gone. Yet a trauma nurse shrugs, "I've seen worse on a Saturday shift," and stays. A middle-aged dad in a faded ready-to-die tee nods, "I can weigh evidence," and stays. This may be the most self-aware jury pool Manhattan has seen in years. Prosecutors outline a chilling narrative. Assistants recruiting women, security escorting them, private jets flying them, cameras recording every encounter for leverage. They call it racketeering, a criminal enterprise cloaked in luxury. Defense attorney Mark Agnafilo counters with a radically different picture. Consensual kink, grown-ups exploring fantasy behind closed doors. NDAs and cash payments, he says, are contracts, not crimes. He insists the hallway tape shows an ugly lover's quarrel, not trafficking. Jurors will see that 2016 hotel footage in court, Cassie sprinting barefoot, Combs wearing only a towel, punching and dragging her by the ankle, hurling a vase that shatters against the wall. Cassie Ventura, now 37, will testify first, describing nights fueled by cocaine, mushrooms, hired male workers, and hidden cameras.
And we have breaking news. Cassie Ventura is now on the stand in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial. Among other things, the singer is expected to address the 2016 video of Combs attacking her in a hotel when she was his girlfriend.
The defense will argue she already accepted a civil settlement, proof, they claim, that money rather than fear drives her narrative. The jury must decide hush money or hush justice. Then another twist. Former adult performer Jonathan Audie. In 2018, he stormed Trump's Doral Resort waving a U.S. flag and firing shots.
You know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
During interrogation, he claimed, "I was Diddy's sex slave. He paid me $5 million to keep quiet." This month, a leaked photo surfaces, an NDA signed by Combs and Audie in 2014. Audie's ex-wife recalls he jumped from negative balance to buying 5 properties with cash weeks after their divorce. Prosecutors haven't confirmed whether they'll call Audie, yet the document alone suggests Combs shelled out huge sums to bury explosive secrets. Evidence the jury will confront is equal parts tabloid and forensic. Encrypted texts scheduling freak-offs with champagne and mushroom emojis. Private jet manifests flying women coast to coast overnight. 1,000 bottles of baby oil seized during a Beverly Hills raid. Fourth nurse invoices time-stamped at dawn. A locked closet stuffed with hard drives labeled Backyard Fun, Yacht New Year, Cass and Friends. Prosecutors promise jurors will hear Combs' own voice directing party logistics. The defense insists recordings are spliced, metadata missing, context erased. Ben Chu predicts Diddy's team will favor younger jurors open to alternative lifestyles, likely more male than female, not because women can't be fair, but because the sex details may feel more personal to them. Prosecutors will chase rule followers who distrust celebrity privilege and recognize patterns of abuse. Both sides hold a handful of peremptory strikes they can deploy without explanation, unless the judge suspects bias and overrules them. Combs' defense roster is star-studded. Mark Agnifilo once defended NXIVM cult leader Keith Raniere. Alexander Shapiro specializes in white-collar appeals. Brian Steele just sparred with prosecutors in the Young Thug RICO trial. And yes, Ben Chu's cameo during jury selection rattled the entire room. With counsel costs already rumored past 8 figures, some insiders believe Combs will eventually testify, if only to show jurors the man behind the headlines. What happens if he does? Prosecutors will play the hallway clip frame by frame, asking why a man who claims consensual kink threw a punch, kicked a fleeing partner, and tried to drag her back. They'll ask about NDAs worth $5 million, encrypted chats ordering party favors, and why private jet pilots logged women under code names like Guest Day and Summer Fun. Cross-examination could turn any slip into a confession. Yet, if Combs stays silent, jurors may replay that tape in their minds without hearing him explain a single moment. A guilty verdict could auction off the bad boy catalog, vaporize liquor endorsements, and empower more than 100 civil suits waiting in the wings. Music executives across the industry are already scrubbing private vaults and shredding NDAs. An acquittal could highlight government overreach, but reputational scars may still bleed. Sponsors remain in pause mode, and former employees keep surfacing with fresh claims. Even complete legal victory may never restore the swagger that once crowned Combs hip-hop's ultimate kingmaker. The clock moves fast now. Jury selection ends Friday. Opening statements hit May 12th. Cassie speaks first, followed by a security chief, a private jet pilot, then an anonymous witness known only as Victim 2. Somewhere in week 3, the defense must decide whether Combs himself should take the stand. Some insiders insist he must own the hallway video face-to-face. Others warn cross-examination could shred whatever credibility he has left. So, what do you think? Should Sean Combs testify? Does a $5 million NDA prove guilt or adult privacy? Drop your prediction, guilty, hung jury, or acquittal. Smash subscribe for nightly trial debriefs and ring the bell, because the next witness could flip everything you believe about fame, power, and the scent.